Here it's important to know that Smith is seeing the Matrix code, the green lines. He's not seeing the buildings that we all see as humans or that Morpheus is looking at. No, Smith is a program, which means that he is just looking at all the green lines of code. When he looks out the window, he sees the programming language that displays all the blue pill humans going about their lives obliviously. Smith is in awe at the vast scale of domination that the machines have over humans. He's almost kind of proud of that. This is commonly referred to within the Matrix lore as the Paradise Matrix. The architect talks about this in The Matrix Reloaded. It comes before the Nightmare Matrix, which did the opposite. It ruled over humans with fear. Tap the top right corner of the screen to see my explanation of the architect's speech in The Matrix Reloaded and learn exactly why and how there were previous Matrixes before this one. This demonstrates how Smith differs to the architect despite both being programs. The architect is aware of the concept of human choice. He hates it, but he recognises that choice was the flaw in his initial matrices. Whereas Smith simply doesn't understand choice. In Smith's opinion, the first Matrix failed because he believes humans are some inferior animal that is simply not good enough for the machine's superior genius. More evidence for Smith's superiority complex. He refers to the point when humans invented him as the peak of their civilization. Remember, he was the one who was invented when they invented AI. All the programs just like him, and he thinks that this is the moment when humans basically peaked. More superiority from Agent Smith. There is a lot of foreshadowing in the Matrix films. This sentence, key for the series because it's all about Smith's whole aura. He's all about purpose. He has this one path that he follows. Remember him talking about inevitability and everything like this. This is Smith's whole thing versus Neo's whole thing of choice, and ultimately it leads to Smith's downfall. This is exactly what Smith becomes. He becomes a virus that spreads throughout the whole Matrix. More foreshadowing. Eventually he spreads throughout every single blue pill and every single program within the Matrix. Up until this scene, we've always kind of treated the agents as the villains. Remember, the first Matrix film doesn't go too deep in the backstory and the philosophy, so we just see the agents as, the baddies of the film trying to catch the heroes. So, hearing Smith describe the Matrix as a prison and a zoo shows that he is very aware of everything. This reminds us that, oh yeah, they are part of the machine world. We haven't seen the real world yet with all the machines and the blue, dark surface of the Earth, but still, this says to us, okay, yes, these agents, they're not just villains, they are part of the whole control of the Matrix. It emphasises that he is greater than simply an agent. It emphasises that Smith, at least, maybe not the other agents, but emphasises that Smith is more than simply an agent. His goals are grander. This line echoes the Oracle's conversation with Neo in The Matrix Reloaded, when she explains what exiles are. She explains that exiles are programs that simply didn't want to be deleted, which is fair enough. Smith saying this means that he kinda can see this coming for him. Once Zion is destroyed and all the humans are destroyed, why the hell would the machines keep a program like Smith to, work within the Matrix? They wouldn't need the Matrix. So Smith can see his future and he's scared. This actually echoes how the first machine versus humans war happened in the 21st century. This is a story that gets covered in the second Renaissance film from the Animatrix. Click in the top right corner now to watch my recap of the second Renaissance film. This is a precursor to him infecting Bane, the human red pill who then goes into the real world with Smith inside his body. Smith is referring to the moment in the Matrix when Neo entered Smith's body. You might think that doesn't make sense because Neo is a human and so can't copy onto Smith's code, but remember that both Smith's and Neo's presence in the Matrix revolves around code. Neo isn't a human while he's in the Matrix, he's a computer representation of his human self. Therefore, any powers that Neo has can very much be copy-pasted onto Smith's code. This is Smith's whole outlook on existence, and is eventually his downfall. He believes in purpose above all else. He doesn't care about human choice, human emotion, doesn't care. It's all about purpose. Why he was created is for this. The knee-jerk response to this sentence is that it doesn't make sense because programs can't feel emotions. Neo even says this when he encounters the family of programs in the Matrix Revolutions in that weird subway. Rama, the father program, claims to love his daughter, another program. Neo says that he's never heard of a machine talk of love before, but Rama explains that his love is merely a strong connection that they've learnt from humans. The same applies here. Smith recognised that the connection he experienced upon killing Neo was similar to what humans know as satisfaction. Smith and Neo are opposites, that's the whole point. Yes, they're both free, as Smith likes to say, but ultimately they are opposites, and that's how their stories connect right at the beginning and right at the end. Smith is all about purpose, no wavering from the chosen path. Neo is all about choice, doing whatever the hell you want. Technically, Smith is correct here. At this stage, Neo hasn't heard the architect's explanation of the previous Matrixes and how Neo was always supposed to be unplugged as part of the plan. Smith's obsession with purpose yet again. The machines are only logical, which means they only create programs when they need a task completed. I.e., Smith was only created to be the guy that chases red pills. He says I've seen it because this is the Oracle version of Smith. Remember we saw Smith infect the Oracle, assimilate her? This is that same Smith, kind of the head boss Smith. Technically he is correct. He does beat Neo in the fight, but that's the point. Smith is so obsessed with defeating Neo that he doesn't realise that that's how Deus Ex Machina ultimately deletes Smith. Neo allows himself to be beaten in a fight and killed, so Deus Ex Machina can kill Smith. Smith just can't accept the fact that Neo is choosing to continue. It goes against his whole worldview of purpose. As Rama explains in The Matrix Revolutions, programs are actually capable of love, or at least the connection implied by the word love. This is more evidence of how Smith's superiority complex over humans is clouding his foresight. He's right. This is the end for Smith. He is the Oracle, remember. This sentence at the end is a direct quote from the Oracle. This is also the only time that Smith calls Neo, Neo, and not Mr. Anderson. So as you saw throughout the whole 3 films, Smith was all about purpose. In my opinion, while I love the films, I wish they kind of put Smith's whole character and whole aura into actual action in the story rather than just dialogue, but whatever, still love him anyway. Anyway, if you're a Matrix fan and you want to see more of this stuff, then please give this video a like and subscribe to Jam Punch because I'm going to be doing one of these videos about the Matrix lore and story every single week. My name is George and I'll see you next time.